Hello everybody, as you can see my recording room is done. Ready for my Monday video. Anyways, we're going to be reviewing Elena of Avalor episode 6, Prince Too Charming. Roll the intro! In the kingdom old and grand, Elena, a princess, bravely rules the land. Elena, with her family by her side, it's a wild and daring ride. Elena of Avalor. So then we're going to jump in to the episode right away. Hey, I like my new mask. So anyways, this episode starts out with Elena and Gabe on the royal cruiser head to the kingdom of Cordoba. So anyways, you see Elena looking out through a telescope and she goes, the kingdom of Cordoba. And Gabe said, so, he said, are you ready for your trip, are you ready for this trip to Cordoba? She said, yes, said, working on this bridge between Avalor and Cordoba will be my first big royal project. So, what was working with the kingdom of Satu for the trade deal? I thought that was a project. I guess that was her first royal visit? I don't know. And a postcard. Anyway, so, Elena and Gabe arrive to the kingdom of Cordoba. And she says, it's nice to meet you, King Juan Ramon. He says, Princess Elena. He said, I've heard so much about you and how you rescued your people from Shariki. I'm sure if y'all remember from the first episode of this, Elena and the Seeker of Avalor. Shariki, the sorceress who invaded Avalor from the Northern Isles. I know it's been a while, but Shariki is an absolute pass it on. So anyways, she says, it's what Elena says, it's what any ruler would have done for her people, your highness. He says, he says, I hope there would be a good role model for my son. He said, he could use one. Wait, you're his dad. Shouldn't you be his role model? That's what I thought, but oh well, apparently King Juan Ramon can't do the job. That's what I'm guessing, but anyways, we're gonna keep going. So she says, ooh, Prince Alonso here. He goes, oh yeah! And he's in this fast chair and jumps out and goes, I'm Alonso. Prince Alonso. I can tell that Alonso is a spoiled little rich boy. Pass it on. So anyways, Elena says, so you're Prince Alonso? Says, yes. And your royal pain does not do you justice. And King Ramon says, yes, now that we know who we are and what we look like, we can begin. And they tosses Gabe a coin and says, here, take care of bags, will you? Gabe is not the porter or the bellhop here, Alonso. He's the royal guard, and you'll treat him like the royal guard. But Gabe carries bags and you're like, So anyways, he's showing them tapestries that depict moments in Cordoban history. And Alonso says, that's like a bunch of little rugs hanging on the wall to me. He says, you'll have to excuse my son. He's not interested in history. He said, why would I when the best work of art is standing right before us? And he looks up and says, what's that? Some people call it poetry. She said, no, I mean that. And then says, yes, that is a one giant Kalia de Yakari. He scares off people who wander into his territory. Okay, that's creepy. And so that this went to cute little owls. So they were called bojitos. He said, you can only find them in Cordoba. Oh yes, there's so many things you can find in Cordoba. I would love to give you a tour of the kingdom this afternoon. And King Ramon says, well, first things first. Then she said, this bridge is the perfect style of Avaloran and Cordoban style. He said, I am glad you feel the same way. And Prince Alonso grabs like a tree. Clearly it's not a tree, but I didn't have time to go buy a fake tree. So he's like, playing when King Ramon takes it from his hand. Alonso! Y'all are doing a job here, man. Pay attention! Jeez. So anyways, so Prince Alonso still trying and convince Elena to a tour, but she wants to build the bridge. And he says, a member of the staff can take care of that for us. She said, but it's our job. We shouldn't give it to someone else. It's like, well, they're not giving their job to someone else. They're asking someone else to do their job for them. I'm just joking around, okay? I'm just messing. So, she says, let's compare our list. Yes, we're my manners. Ladies first. Ladies first. More like this dude doesn't have a list. I can tell you doesn't. So she said, well, mine was the closest distance between our two kingdoms, the Strahd and Powder River. He said, great, let's take my chariot, let's take my chariot. So they go to the chariot, and it's just Alonso and Elena. And he said, I'm sorry, but my chariot only seats two. And Gabe says, I am the crown princess of Royal Guard. Wherever she goes, I go. In our episode, we're going to get to something about that. But you're all going to forget about this one, so I have to remind you all about it. I actually just remembered that episode watching this one. So, yeah. So, anyways, Alonso said, yes, I'm sorry, we're my mare. He calls on Pedro, this small horse that can't walk very much. I mean, he can't run. He is the slowest horse in the kingdom, I think. As I was... And Gabe said, there's no way I'm... Yeah! He's like, this horse goes... He's like, and pets it. That horse is a worthless piece. Pass it on. So anyways, Alonso, I really don't like Alonso as it is. I'm glad Esteban's not here. But Alonso, oh God. We're gonna continue, I'm sorry. So anyways, he said, I think we should do it here. Then says, you should tell him, I don't want to tell him. And I said, anything wrong? And the guards say, well, Princess, the local farmers say, if you build this land, you will awaken the Yakali. She said, the one giant from the tapestry? But that's just an old legend. Then Gabe says, sorry, Princess, the ride took a little longer than expected. He said, it is hard keeping up with the fastest chariot in the kingdom. He said, only because I had the slowest horse in the kingdom. He said, you're just in time because we're about to break ground. And I said, well, maybe we should check out some other sites if you don't want to awaken the Yakali. I would have said, let's check out some other sites and get a little bit more distance between our kingdoms. You know. But oh no! Alonso said, don't let some old story scare you, Elena. Or do you not like to have fun? He thinks the Yakali's fake. You're not going to like what happens next after the song. I'm just going to tell you that. So she says, I love to have fun. Said, will you believe the jokes we tell around the castle? Please don't think this is funny. Why'd the cookie go to the doctor? Because he felt crummy. I don't think that's funny. So if you think this is funny, please don't subscribe to my channel and watch my videos again. We don't need that kind of people that take just anything that's funny around here. Because I want people that actually know what's funny and what's not. And I was like, and then it says, my God, I thought it was funny. He went, oh, yeah, that's funny. But I'm talking about when you took a real break, a whole day in the fun. Well, I'm pretty sure I have one scheduled until next week. You don't want to know what's on my calendar next week. I'm just making that up, guys. But he says, you can be serious when you're an adult. When you're young like us, your only job is to have a good time. You and I will only be young once. Let's not act like we're already old. Working hard is so terribly tiring. Let's put all of those worries on hold. If you take a good look all around you, there's a kingdom for us to explore. You'll see sights which will surely astound you, starting with a guy giving the tour. They walk over to Alonso's chariot, and Gabe says, please tell me you're not falling for his song and dance. And Elena says that they need to work there some more before the tour. And he says, Elena said, think, if you work this much as crown princess, imagine what it would be like when you're queen. It is so very tough for a royal. Oh, I know just what you're going through. Let me save you from all of that toil. A day off must be way overdue. And she says, well, I guess a little break for everyone. Excellent, then let the tour begin. I'll take your hand, cross the land, and we'll dance, spend the day in the sun. Stay a while and we'll step out in style. Feeling free to have fun. A little tour, we'll see the shore and much more. Spend the day in the sun, such a day in the sun. Stay a while and we'll step out in style. Feeling free to have fun. Feel free to have fun. I feel free to have fun. Whew. So taking a break with your picnic at the Coral Cascade, Elena says, I've never seen or heard anything like so. Perfect? Yes. While Alonzo stared at his reflection in the Coral Cascade. He's perfect. Oh yeah? Guess until you about that. So anyways, he said, isn't this great? Just you, me, and Gabe says, me! He says, your timing is impeccable. He says, Prince Elaine, you've been here a while. Shouldn't you head back to your work site? So, oh yeah, so we should check up on her, what they're doing. He says, oh no, he said, it's fine, I'm here to take great care of the situation. Please stay. I didn't know there was really a situation. I thought that they were just building a bridge. It's not a situation. Then, they're starting to dig close to dirt mounds. Elena was wondering what they were. The Yacali is awakened! He says, good morning, gentlemen. He says, your presence here is not welcome. Please, kindly leave the premises. He said, but however, if you choose not to leave, I will have to break all your equipment and cause some unnecessary unpleasantness. They said, no, man! Keep digging! He said, well, unpleasantness it is! Bam! 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 Yeah. So then they said, so Prince Alonzo's here with Elena. They said, Prince Alonzo! He said, the Yacali has ruined our work site! They said, what? Gave me Elena, but Alonzo, how many times do I have to say it? The Yacali is just an old story. Well, that old story just wrecked our work site. They said we should check out. But Elaine, what about our picnic? What? Our picnic? What is wrong with Prince Alonzo? The picnic? The picnic! And I said, how can you think of food at a time like that? Exactly! He says, and she said, how did you talk me into this? That's what I was wondering. He said, well, I am irresistible and charming. Not that irresistible, let's just go. He went, yeah! And he says, the Yacali is real? The Yacali is real, Alonzo, yeah! No! And he says, good morning, gentlemen. He says, please, kindly leave the premises at once. And I said, oh, I'm so sorry, we're leaving. Leave? We will not leave. He said, I am the prince of this kingdom. If I want to stay, I stay. Standing on top of one of those dirt mounds that we have no idea what they are. And it broke. Oh, God. Oh, God. The Yacali says, I'm sorry, but since you destroyed his home, I must destroy your most glorious residence. Elena said, Sir Yacali, we had no idea this was your home, and we're so sorry for disturbing it. He said, this is not my home, but thank you for your kind words. And the guard said, what do we do, Prince Alonzo? He said, I don't know. Prince Elena, you're all working, no fun. What should we do? First thing we need is warn your father. Better claim my chariot. You've done enough. Come on, Gabe. Gabe had to carry the horse because it took so long to get there. He ran faster than the horse. Pass it on. While carrying it. Prince Alonzo, but... And then Gabe said, sorry, only seats two. He's... Oh, that's his chariot! Elena! That was... Move! Alonzo... Or just... Alonzo's like... So they're traveling fashion. He calls and he says... Friends, well, he said, I would be firmly your death if you assist me trying more speedily. They lift up his arms and he flies. He goes, woo! And Gabe said, please tell me you saw that. No, you're not going crazy, Gabe. I saw it too. Wait, saw what? So yeah, we saw it too, Gabe. And Elena says, why are the Mojitos helping the Yacali? Why are they helping him? I don't get that either myself. So we said, we better hurry. So they get to the palace, and they said, King Juan Ramon said, the palace about to be attacked by Yacali. He said, the Yacali, I thought that was just an old story. Oh no, he's very, your highness, and surprisingly polite. Wait, is he polite or coming to destroy the palace? They said, both. When I think of coming to destroy the palace, the last thing on my mind is that guy's polite. No, I think it's this big dude who talks like this. I'm coming to destroy the palace. You guys to get my way here. But that's just my idea. Apparently I'm wrong because the Yacali is very polite. The Lord says, Father, the workers awoken the Yacali. That's not what happened, Your Highness. Said, it was Prince Alonso who upset the Yacali, not the workers. Everything would have been fine we left. Is this true, son? He said, well, when you really think, no. When you think about it, this really all Princess Elena's fault since she chose to die in the first place. Whoa! Princess Elena's fault? I thought she went and said, I'm sorry, we'll leave her a bit. Let's go back a bit. Hello, your presence here is not welcome. Please, kindly leave the premises. Oh, don't worry, we're leaving right now. Leave. We will not leave. I'm the prince of this kingdom. If I want to stay, I stay. Okay, as you can see, it was Alonso, not Elena. But, like I said, the truth is, it's Borrow's fault, Your Highness. I chose to fight, but I wanted to leave after I heard about the Yacali. And so I should trust my instincts and left. How is that Elena's fault then, in any way? I say it's all Alonso's fault if you ask me. He's the dumb that said, oh, we'll build here. This dude's even got the dumb whistle, look. And the guards are even dumber. They say, excellent whistle, Your Highness. Thanks, I've now been practicing. Excellent whistle, Your Highness. That's a dumb whistle. So anyways, he says, thank you for your honesty. And he says, why would you believe a stranger of your own son? King Ramon said, because I know my own son all too well. So then he said, fetch Captain Rivas at once. He says, yes, Your Majesty. And then he says, we must go somewhere safe. He says, Your Majesty, Captain Rivas, the Yacali is coming to destroy the palace. He said, oh, so we must save and so we must defend the palace also. I want 2 lines of defense. The Yacali's there. The Mojitos put him down and he goes there and he goes, he says, I am sorry for trespassing. Boom! Knocks down a fountain. Goes, I'm property damage. That's really a very polite way to destroy something. Grrr, get more evil! Or maybe he's not evil. Elena says, look at this. Gabe stops while King Ramon and Alonso are running. And says, oh, wait, I'm thinking, shouldn't the king say defend the palace? So look at this. And they said, Princess Elena, let's go. And then this guy says, King Ramon says, the Yacali is breaking through our defenses. He said, I must defend the palace. Alonso, take Princess Elena and her guard safety. Yes, father. He said, okay, let's go. Then said, okay, look at the tapestry. The Yacali is standing between the villagers. See how this arm goes off the edge of the painting and the other one? Goes off the edge of the painting? Said, his other arm is in this tapestry. And said, oh, it's just a tree branch. No, look, it's his arm and put them together, and it is. Whoa. So I think this is important. The Yacali is standing between the Mojitos and the villagers. That's his job. He was mad because we were destroying their homes. And he said, oh, I think I know how to save the palace. And Charlie Garces, what are you doing? The palace is under attack. Gates, I hate to agree with him, but he has a point. Yeah, I don't want to agree with somebody like that. But he said, look, I don't have time to explain to you. You gotta trust me. Then said, do you trust me? He said, always. Or are you with me? Always. Then said, great. Give me a bucket of water, a straw, and a cart. Please. Said, you got it. And then Princess Alana said, okay, Elena, you need to be somewhere safe. Not here digging the dirt. It's reckless and not how a royal behaves. And she said, this is exactly how a royal behaves. We serve our people. As a prince who will rule someday, you should know that. Okay, that's it. I tried. I'm now a fairy's friend. Really? Thank God he's gone. So then he says, so they're coming with a cart and something. King Armon says, Princess Leia, what are you doing here? It's not safe. She said, I'm sorry, Your Highness, but I think I know how to stop the Yukali without fighting. Gibbs, I really hope this works. Me too. It's a dirt mound. And Bajito's going inside of me. He went, huh? They said, Senor Yukali, we had no idea that those dirt mounds were Bajito's homes. So we built this burrow in place of the old one, of the first one we accidentally destroyed, and we just need a little time to build the second one and bring them both to the meadow. And they're, woo, woo, woo. He said, well, on behalf of the Bojitos, he said, I accept your apology. Then, back at the Bojitos meadow, instead of the Sampra River, whatever they want to call it, he said, Bojitos Meadow is the home of the Bojitos, not to be disturbed by anyone. So then he said, so ready to continue that tour of Cordova with me? You know nothing, did you, Alonso? And King Armon said, I don't have to decide, Elena. I have another job, Prince Alonso. Oh, you do? What kind of job? This isn't funny! He's digging a hole, and he said, this isn't funny. A prince is supposed to ride over a bridge, not help build one. He said, a prince serves his people. Right now, this is the best way for you to serve your people. He said, that's it. I'm had enough. There's no way don't go. I can go if I please. Oh, he fell in the hole. And then she said, that's what I was trying to tell you. He's got his dice all covered in dirt. Guards, get me out of here. Like last time. Maybe when he learns to whistle. Then said, I look forward to seeing you again, King Armon, when the bridge is complete. He said, thank you, Lena. I said, I hopefully know that I hope my son knows what it means to be a prince by then. And then he said, Coachman, take us to the port. I said, Coachman, please ignore that order. He said, but Princess Elena, the royal cruiser is waiting, and they can wait a little bit longer. She said, so we finished our job. Now let's have a tour of Cordova. And said, are you sure? I said, yeah, we're young. We deserve to have a little fun. He said, you're right. Besides, I'm in the living moment to a royal guard. So, as they're continuing their tour of Cordova, wait, who's that in the back? Pedro the horse is on a cart hooked to the carriage. He's all... Anyways, that is it for my Our WTF Moments, episode 6, Prince to Charming. Anyways, join for my next episode. This is still a Tributation on the channel. So, use code ASAMoney on G Fuel. But until next time, I'm Joy Morris. Bye!